Johnson here, and today I'm going to show you how to change and clean your mass airflow meter, whichever you're doing. And so that's located right here. And there is a trick to this. There's a few tricks. First of all, you'll notice that there's an arrow on there showing you which way the airflow needs to go. So make sure that that's correct upon reinstallation. Second of all, you'll notice that these screws here have these little nubs right in the middle, and that's called a tamper proof. And so these are a Torx, I believe they're a T20. So that's the fitting we have here, but you will need a special bit like this one that has a hole in the very front of it. See how there's a hole right in the middle? That allows you to clear this and still get on here. I guess they were worried about people stealing these, so they put this tamper-proof one on here. So you'll feel it go in correctly, and you just want to make sure that it goes in all the way and you don't strip these out because they're very difficult to get out otherwise. Now, a little cheat here: if you would rather just take off your whole cold air intake, you can usually undo the bolts here and you'll be able to see this mass airflow sensor sticking down in there, and you could just clean it out that way. So that is an easier way to do it if you don't want to mess with those screws. And we will be using this today, Mass Airflow Sensor Cleaner. Okay, this is a specific product. It's like an electronic switch cleaner. So you want to make sure you're using this. You don't want to use something that would damage the sensor. So we'll go ahead and get to pulling that out. Okay, so as I mentioned before, you really want to hear this lock and click down into here before you start breaking it apart. So you want to make sure that both of these are good and not going to strip out. There we go. So we'll just break these loose going counterclockwise. Take these two screws out. You can go ahead first and push down on this button and slide the connector off of it. If you'd like to do that first, maybe that would be a good idea. So it just slides off when you push down on that. So now we'll remove those two screws. Okay, so I already removed that screw. We're just removing this second one here now. There's really not a lot of force on these. And so you just want to take this out. Make sure you don't drop it. And I'm convinced that the MAF Mass shaker, and they gave you that so you have a nice place to put your tools. Anyway, now this sensor just pulls straight up, and here it is. And you can see down in here some of these metal pieces. That's what's measuring the airflow. So we're just going to be very careful as we spray these off with that cleaner. Okay, so we just set this on a nice piece of cardboard here. Gonna shake this up real good. Okay, and just look for any debris or dirt that may have gotten on these sensors. And this does dry pretty quickly, but we're gonna let it air dry here for a minute, then put it back in the car, and we'll wait about 5 to 10 minutes before starting the car just to be on the safe side. Okay, so we're gonna be careful to put this in that correct way with the arrow showing us which way to go. And so we're gonna line it right back up, make sure it's going on the same way, and then replace our two screws. Okay, so we put these in, and I did not tighten them down too tight because they are delicate. You're going onto plastic and plastic here. You just want them good and snug, and you'll feel it when they're getting tight, and that's good enough. We're gonna go ahead and slide this back on now. Get a nice click out of it, and you're done.